Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Roses Are Reddit, the official Bachelor podcast. I'm your quality host, and with me are our special guests, Queen Overthrown, Texas Fiend, Rucker, and Valkyrie. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Awesome. So, guys, The Bachelor is back. I'm so excited.
Woo!
After
Finally.
I with my Monday nights.
after what feels like fucking forever, man. It's just,
Really, it does. Yeah.
How long has it actually been? Like, what, 2 months? It feels like forever.
Oh, that feels so much longer. It's only been 2 months.
It's been really
Got
bad.
longer than that, right?
Well, not counting Paradise. Paradise ended in what? September?
Yeah.
I think so.
Like early September, I think.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's 5 months.
Oh, I guess technically,
So
but
it actually has been forever.
yeah.
Oh wait, it's not 5 months. I can't do math. It's 3
You
months.
can't do math.
It's 3 months. It's 3 months.
Wait, it's only been 3 months?
Yeah, because September and then October. Well, 3 or 4 depending on.
I think it was beginning of September.
Okay.
All right, now that took way too long.
So let's just get right into it. How does everybody like Ari?
That's a broad question.
Well,
I like Ari.
yeah. Would you,
I mean, I
That's
like
weird.
him more than past bachelors that we've had, to be honest. The main thing is, I don't know how sincere he is. That's like the main like problem that I kind of have with him. So otherwise he's kind of dorky funny. So I didn't really expect that.
Yeah, like he's not as tall, dark, and mysterious, suave kind of.
well, I think he's mysterious. I think he's just awkward and mysterious.
I feel like he was just nervous. It was the
Yeah.
first day. I guess it's supposed to get better.
He kept tweeting that he was nervous, and that's why he was acting the way he was.
Aww. That's sad.
That's
So-
actually adorable, I think.
Yeah.
It's okay, we're all gonna hate him at the end of the season.
I know. We better like him now, because.
So I guess I'm gonna pose 2 questions for you. Question 1: if you liked Ari before the season started, did this episode make you feel better about him? And then the flip side of that is if you were neutral or you didn't like Ari before, did this episode make you like him more? Did this change your opinion of him?
I think he did as well as I thought he would. So, because I kind of believed in him, I tried to be positive.
Okay. So you were like, were you neutral on him before, or were you just suddenly like, or were you
Yeah,
on?
I was more neutral because it had been so long since Emily's season.
And I've never even seen Emily's season, so I didn't really have any opinion
That
on
was a
him.
good one.
I should have watched it. All I know is the diary thing was a big deal, but I feel like we're going to talk about that later. I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me if he kept a diary during this season.
Yeah, that's got to be brought back up somehow,
Yeah,
right?
like, and then gave it to someone.
Here, read this full diary I wrote on our overnight together.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. And then she like gives it back to him. She gives it back to him
Unopened.
once. When he doesn't give her the rose, she gives it back the diary, being like, "I didn't read this. Here you go."
Oh, that's rough.
You think I got time to read on The Bachelor? Just kidding. I have plenty of time.
He needs to practice racing.
Room.
Room.
He's a race car driver.
He goes so goddamn fast.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know.
So, I also had no opinion of him because I didn't watch Emily's season and I didn't feel the need to rewatch it. I kind of wanted to go in blind on this guy, and like, I don't think I liked him. I don't think it made me like. I'm not like 100% a fan of the guy, but like I definitely think that he's got his appeal, and I think that his awkwardness was endearing, as I think Valkyrie said. I liked that he was a little bit nervous and not afraid to say, "Hey, I'm nervous and I'm going to be uncomfortable, and you're just going to have to deal with that."
Mm-hmm.
I think it was kind of funny to watch the girls kind of take the initiative for the first time. So they had this kind of awkward like moment where they're like, "Oh shit, this guy like is not gonna like lead. What do I do?"
Yeah.
It was interesting to see their reactions.
I think it's just good to have someone who's a little different, not like from the last season of The Bachelorette.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just nice to have that little break.
Yeah, it is kind of nice not to have this person was on last season. So it's a good change.
Yeah.
And Nick, it didn't count because he's on like every season of
That's
everything.
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
He's actually
I'm
new
like trying
Chris
to compare
Harrison.
him with the other past couple Bachelors and which ones I would like more and like less.
Right.
You know, it's like, yeah, I probably like him more than Nick so far. Crystal would suck.
Yeah.
Guys,
I thought Ben Higgins was a decent dude, so.
Yeah, he was pretty good for like a bland, nice bachelor, you know?
I thought he was,
I don't think there's
but
anything wrong with that, though. So.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I actually think it works okay. If the girls are interesting enough.
so
That's exactly how I feel, too.
who was talking about Ben possibly doing? Oh, never mind.
What?
Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I thought someone was talking about Ben possibly doing politics.
Oh yeah, he
Oh yeah, he was. He
Oh,
was
really?
going to.
I think he kind of gave up on that for his podcasting career or whatever it is he's doing now.
he's
He
making
works
that.
for like a nonprofit now.
Really?
Oh, okay.
I mean, working with Ashley, I would make you no money. So
Oh, wrecked.
That's probably
Like, he really works at a nonprofit, though?
I had no clue.
He was talking about it on the Bachelor Party podcast.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
He said he like just changed jobs a couple months ago.
That's good.
Man, I
If
wish
he
we
likes
could
it.
get I wish we could get those established people on our podcast. We had Ashley Spivey.
We got
We
Ashley
did!
She did. We
That's
got
so
one.
awesome.
Yeah,
Oh god, that was so great.
it's wonderful.
She's awesome. It was a pleasure.
Shout out to Ashley Spivey if she's listening. So let's take a. So I think that let's talk about the girls because I think that most of this is going to be about the girls because Ari was just kind of a sounding board for the girls to project our personalities onto. Let's go around the room. I want to get everybody's 3 favorite girls from last night's episode.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh man, I'll try to remember their names. Okay. I have to
Too many
pack
right
those up so I could remember.
I'll start because I remember their names. I liked Kendall. I thought that she would bug me a lot more than she did, which is kind of low praise. But I think that like her preview made her seem like this kind of like intentionally quirky quote unquote person, and she came across as like a relatively normal person who just like likes some weird stuff. The ukulele thing was a little over the top, but I liked it. I liked Becca's proposal thing. That was fun. Even though it was like super dorky and over the top.
It was ballsy.
Yeah, I mean, like, I liked it. I think that the fact that she was kind of like very laissez-faire about it made it better. And so that's why I liked it. I also liked Jacqueline. If only because she looks so completely different than literally everyone else on the show, and she just like nailed it. And I think that's a point in her favor.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else got some names?
No, I was just thinking about my favorites. Because I don't know if we had a lot of standouts, but I didn't like feel a sense of, oh, I hate most of these girls either. So, my top 3 would probably be, I really liked Annalise. I thought that she seemed really like genuine, and I don't know, it seemed like Ari liked her. I liked Kendall also because I thought she was more like quirky, you know? And that's better than like crazy. Like they tried to make her look like she was like a crazy person, but I think she just, you know, has like weird hobbies, but we'll see. I mean, that could change. And I think I'm like maybe the only person who liked Becca with a K. I assume we'll go more into that.
Mm-hmm.
Bacchar.
Becca, yes.
I love it.
Hard K.
Bacchar!
Okay, wait, I thought it was top 3?
Yeah, top 3.
Okay, so you get 3, right?
Yeah, I did 3.
Okay.
I got 3, yeah.
Cool. I'll go then. I also liked Annalise. I thought she seemed pretty chill, pretty genuine as well. Let's see, going down alphabetically, I liked Lauren S. because she was my favorite from the bios, and she seemed to have a pretty good intro.
Mm-hmm.
And I also liked Mikkel because her entrance was the fucking bomb.
Yeah.
It was pretty great. The hair flip was impressive.
Yeah.
Top entrance I think I remember seeing, so.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It stood out.
Mm-hmm. I think I would have liked her more if she wasn't so young. She's really young for Ari.
I feel that way about all of them.
Yeah,
Like,
I
all of
agree.
them.
Literally all of them.
Really young cast.
It is.
And I do like Becca, even though she's probably pretty young. I don't think she's great for Ari, but I just found her really interesting. So,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have mixed opinions on her.
I do not like Bacchar, but we will talk about Bacchar later.
Yeah, sorry. We'll get to it.
I'm going to go against the grain and say that I didn't like Annalise. I mean, I thought that it was... So, okay, so here's my reasoning, and this is my crazy conspiracy theory moment. So Annalise is listed as an event planner, but she's actually an actor and writer.
I didn't know that.
And so my secret...
The groans.
So my secret conspiracy theory... My secret conspiracy theory is that she's the producer plant. And so I liked her, and she came across as really sweet, and I thought her interactions with Ari were cute, but I just can't get over the theory that she's actually a conspiracy, like she's the plant.
She's just a hard worker, has multiple jobs. What's wrong with that?
So Rucker, who are your top 3?
I don't know if I have a top 3. I was pretty neutral on most of it. I liked Becca K. The thing with her mom, like the little mom note that she had, was adorable. And I was watching with my mom, and my mom thought it was the cutest thing ever. And her entrance was cute, the proposal. But as for the rest of them, I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of feeling meh.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. QO, you got any likes, dislikes?
No, not yet.
It is really early.
Yeah, and I was just... I guess when I was watching it, I don't know, it didn't seem as exciting as other first episodes.
It was pretty...
It seemed more normal than normally.
Yeah.
First episode,
What a
so
good
that
quote.
makes sense.
I don't understand.
Can we actually use that quote as the name of this podcast?
More normal
That
than
would
normally.
be good, yeah.
That would be really funny. But
More
yeah.
normally than normal.
But yeah, it was really normal, so I just feel like, I don't know yet.
No one did anything stupid crazy.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
one had stupid jobs.
Or like took out a time and tried to do a 50 Shades of Grey thing.
Nobody was a
Thank
dolphin shark.
No dolphin shark, thank God.
I think
Like the weird things were just like fine.
Yeah. And like,
I mean, Jenna was like touching Ari's feet, but I was okay with
That was
it.
disgusting. Actually. I was not okay with it. It was so gross. Hated it.
I mean, I just enjoyed like trying to figure out what she was on. No offense to Jenna, if you ever listen to this, I'm evaluating you as a TV character. I'm sure you're a very nice person.
yes, that's fair. Oh god, I already forgot what I was gonna say. Dang it. Oh, I guess I don't have favorites. Spit it out, jeez. I don't have favorites yet. I don't have anybody that I really like. But I did kind of figure out that people that I might have liked, I don't think that I do. If that makes sense.
Oh,
You
okay.
looked at the cast initially.
Yeah.
So let's transition to that. So three of your least favorite. Who do you least like? And you can start, Kilo.
don't get me wrong, I don't know these people personally, so I feel bad, but I don't know about Mikkel as much as I did before.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of a fan of her. But now I'm just kind of like, whatever. I don't feel anything too strong.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad with names. The girl with the short hair, that's the nanny.
Baka.
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 Not that I don't like her, I can just see her maybe not being my favorite.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like she belongs in the... Like, she would be good on a different season, I feel like. I just don't feel like...
Yeah, she's pretty young for Ari.
Yeah, it kind of feels very weird. I'm not trying to judge people for dating older or younger, but she doesn't fit in this season.
No.
You know? And then, what's the name of the resident mom this season who has been, like, kind of talking bad about everyone?
Chelsea?
Oh.
I don't know how I feel about that, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, it was definitely.
So, on the fence about that, too. But I'm happy to have somebody there say, spicing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tex, 3 of your least favorites.
See, mine are very creative.
Mine weren't either.
Yeah, I also didn't like Chelsea, but everyone's not supposed to. I think I just more hated the editing when they just decided to tell us she was a single mom like a million freaking times.
Oh, yeah.
They only did it. They only did it twice, actually, and I know because I was keeping track.
That was just really annoying, and I just tuned out after that.
When are we going to get wait, really quick, while we're talking about her, when are we going to get the lame excuse of, like, basically, I just shouldn't keep you in here longer because of your kids? You know what I mean? That always pops up.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just had to say that. But go on.
We'll talk about that. We have a special dedicated section for Chelsea.
Oh, it's like I'm psychic. Okay, go on.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Other ones, Jenna, the foot thing was just kind of weird.
She's
not a fan of that.
Everyone's
this season's
offended by that.
She's this season's Ashley Salter. Like, that's what she is. It's fine. It's fine. Just go with it.
And the last one is probably Crystal.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just thought her voice was kind of annoying. But she seems like a really nice person, so I feel kind of bad saying that.
We'll talk about Crystal as well.
Alright, we'll follow up on that then.
Rucker, you go.
Okay, so I didn't have a lot of, like, least favorites. Like, I didn't feel a lot of unjustified hatred for anyone, but I was not a fan of Chelsea because she just seemed very immature and annoying and kind of like an evil robot of sorts when she would speak. And like I said, I'm judging her as a TV character. I didn't like the girl who, okay, she might be a very nice person. It was just the first episode. The girl, she's Indian and she's very beautiful. Her name is Nikat or something.
Marique.
Oh, Marique. Okay, I'm totally wrong. I can't. I was pretty annoyed when she was like, I own a restaurant with my mom. And I'm like, okay, your mom owns a restaurant. You work at that restaurant. I'm pretty sure you don't own a restaurant with your mom. And then I got like a weird vibe from her. And also, yeah, I was not a Crystal fan. I'm not a big fan of the baby voice.
I'm a Libra.
Okay, that was probably the best line of the night, though. To be honest.
That's hilarious.
All right, Rucker.
Yeah.
Rucker, you're up.
Obviously, Jenna, I already explained the foot thing was nasty. Just like, she acted like she was on meth. It was a mess. Crystal, for the same reasons as everyone else. I don't mind her voice, actually, because I have like a vocal fry thing going on too. But just her whole vibe, wasn't feeling it. And Chelsea, but not because of the drama, just like her whole I want to be mysterious thing, just eye rolling.
Sweet Caroline. Did you look at Sweet Caroline's photo recaps? Because that was the best description of Chelsea I've seen, and it's so funny. Let me see if I.
Yes, that was great.
I I will, while I'm,
While we're looking, I just wanted to touch on what you said, Valkyrie. I think it's a really good thing to point out that we're judging them as, like,
characters.
TV show characters.
Right.
Because
not
I'm...
like women themselves, but just
No, yeah, definitely not. I am just judging what I see.
Right. And I think that's really important, and I think it's a good point, too, because, I mean, as much as they're finding real love, it's a TV show, and I'm sure that these people are nothing like what we see them to be on a show, especially when there's so many other people around.
And there's also a lot of, like, alcohol. People act differently in front of cameras.
Exactly. Like, and
You're
around...
not gonna be living your best life, necessarily.
Right.
When you're on The Bachelor.
Yeah. So it's just, like, as a character, like, if we were talking about a regular TV show, of like, oh, I really hate this character because of the way they act. It's not, like, I don't know. I just thought that was a really good point. I liked it.
Thank you. That's kind of what I talk about when I talk about The Bachelor, because it makes me feel a little better if I say something that sounds really mean.
Yeah, so maybe we're just doing it to justify our own, but I think it's true, so.
Yeah.
I found it. I love it's the my name is Chelsea, or is it? I am a person, or am I? I have hair, or do I? Yes.
I just don't know if he's going to be that impressed by her secret, which will be, I have a kid. She's not like a secret agent or something.
We'll talk about Chelsea in a
What
sec.
she is.
I mean, okay, that would be really awesome, and I'll love her.
We'll talk about Chelsea in a second. I have problems with Chelsea. My bottom three, Bakaz number 1, Mikkel is number 2, and oh god, I'm trying to restrict this to people who got a rose, but
Right.
That makes
It's too hard. We don't know him yet.
yeah.
Just say number 3.
The number 3 is Jess Carroll, because the whole thing with like, oh, my dad met you, blah blah blah. I was like, that was super
That made me actually
cringy.
kind of sad. I feel like she's probably a nice person in real life.
That made me...
right.
Yeah.
And that this was like a grief kind of thing, you know?
It made me sad, too, because I thought it was kind of a cute point. Like, my dad actually met this man that I could potentially marry, and that's, like, really comforting and sweet.
Yeah, but then she was
He
like,
was not into it, though.
yeah, he was not, and like she kept
It
being
was
like,
a lot for the first time meeting.
Oh,
someone.
yeah, that's a lot.
and then the whole Rosé Girls thing just really was like,
True.
like the cherry on top of the crap Sunday.
I think
for
she
me.
just got overexcited, probably, but...
We'll talk about her again.
Yeah.
Well, like I've got a little section for her at the end.
I know, I just want to say something really quick. This is reaching, because I know we have our own podcasts, and we're not perfect either, but I gotta say, I hope it gets better. Like, for their sake.
Yeah, I really do. I don't know if you watched it. It was bad.
I think I watched 20 seconds.
Okay, that's
And I
less
was
than...
like, nope.
We got through 4...
What are you guys for trying? Because I did not listen to it at all.
I was really bored.
We got through like 8 minutes of it.
I just can't. It's just not interesting.
All right, so favorite... Who had the best dress? Who was best dressed?
Oh no, I'm so bad at this.
I don't even think I paid attention, I feel like.
I don't even remember. Jeez.
Somebody already posted, I think, Mikkel. Why am I so obsessed with her? Can I, like, back off for a second? But
She's very pretty. She's very pretty.
she is, I think that's why. But the reason I'm saying this is because I already noticed that, because when I was going through our Instagram, she already posted, like, kind of an... No, I don't know if it's an ad, but, like, how do you pick out your dresses for night 1? And then, like, that's just something I noticed. But anyways.
Nice. Get in on that money.
Get
Her
it,
dress
girl.
was very nice. I do actually remember her. She had like a dark blue dress, right?
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
her?
Yeah.
Okay, it was really pretty. I liked hers. I'll pick hers.
Yeah, it was good.
It's a nice dress.
I too will pick hers because you're asking a guy to remember dresses. I
I mean, I'm a girl and I remembered that dress, and that's it.
That's better than me.
I wish I could remember.
True.
Oh, it's a good thing that we're looking through the post with all the pictures of the
I
dresses.
think they all looked really, like, pretty, though.
Yeah, no, we never had any weird dresses.
Yeah, we never had, like,
Yeah,
a
no
weird...
one likes dresses to be interesting. It's not like Rihanna at the 2015 Met Gala. It's just like
That is a
Just
very
go on,
specific
do
reference you just
very
dropped.
basic. It's a if you want to look at a Rihanna at the 2015
Yeah,
Met Gala.
yeah, I
I'm
will.
totally Googling it right now.
Yeah, me too.
Big Bird.
QO.
Met Gala?
Kilo is Googling for me.
If I get on The Bachelor, I'm wearing something.
Oh, girl.
Please do.
Oh
I
my
would-
god.
I would wear the shit out of that if I could. I'd be like, I'd arrive like I've arrived.
Yeah, and then I'll just like I'll just pretend like nothing is special about it. I'll be like, what is everybody staring
Yeah, can someone pick up my train, please? No, I'm just kidding.
at?
All right. Whose preview bio did you think was the best? So I'll make this easy for you. Huh? Kendall?
Crystal's was the most interesting. There is a lot going on in her like cast intro, like in her little thing. Her
There was a lot.
So
there was a lot. I mean, her giving some like guys in the park.
They were just like walking their dog, hanging out.
Yeah, they were like in normal like stoner outfits. They were just like, and she reached through the fence, and I was like, why are we doing this through a fence?
it was so cringy, but it was hilarious.
It was funny. I did laugh.
Since she's a health freak, I just pictured her like putting in like fit teas and like protein bars and stuff in there.
Oh my god.
So like shitting themselves in the park. No, that's so mean. I'm just kidding. I'm sure she filled it. I'm sure she filled it with good stuff.
I think for pure entertainment value, it's probably a tie between Chelsea's, Nisha's, and Crystal's. Oh, and Tia. Tia had a pretty funny one as well. But I think those were my favorites.
I'm not sure how I feel about Tia yet, so...
She needs to tone down the country if she's going to go far. I think that she's selling herself up as the country girl.
Like, way too far.
Yeah, and she needs to calm down.
I liked her drawing. So I kind of thought, oh, there's like some depth to her.
Yeah, that was cute.
Wait, she drew?
She was the one who gave a picture of him.
No,
right?
no, that was Jenny. The graphic artist.
Serious?
Yeah, she's the graphic designer.
Okay, never mind. You put false hope in her. You put false hope.
Well, no, so like...
This is such a failure. I'll never get on the podcast again.
Oh, no, whatever. Did you hear me agreeing with you? I didn't even know either.
I thought it was her, though.
She may have.
Apparently, so did I.
She may have given a drawing, but I know that Jenny
So
gave
I'm
the
not
drawing.
the only one. Okay.
Jenny definitely gave the drawing. And like, I don't know if Tia gave a drawing, but I know Jenny definitely did.
Anyway, so she has no redeeming quality. No, I'm just kidding.
Based on what I saw.
She's like a tattoo of an owl on her like arm. That's the only thing I remembered of her.
Huh.
She must be a
I
real
just
hoot
remember
then.
the wiener thing.
That too.
That wasn't
She's
hard because it wasn't a bad joke. But Ari didn't like look amused.
I don't think he got it.
What was her joke again?
So she gave him the little dildo and says, I hope you don't have a tiny wiener.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's Dutch. He doesn't understand English.
Like, I don't think he got it that she's from Wiener. Like, if she'd been like, I'm from Wiener, and it's a small town.
And what if she was like, I'm from Wiener, and he's like, we all are.
That's awesome.
I think he was also kind of thrown off by like, wait, did you just say my penis is small? What?
Oh,
he was thoroughly uncomfortable.
Maybe. I do hope
he looked uncomfortable to me. But he said, I mean, she's on the show still.
Yeah. I do hope she, like, I don't know, goes a little bit further. Because she seems pretty normal. I just hate that it's so played up that she knows Raven and she's from Wiener, Arkansas. It's like, okay, we freaking get it.
Enough of Raven.
I think we've all had enough of Raven.
Yeah.
I hope they bring Raven back. That'd be hilarious.
She will probably show up on the hometown if Tia makes it that far.
Of course.
Yeah.
If Tia makes it that far, she's showing up on hometown.
I think Tia is going to make it that far.
If she can drop the country girl act, I think she'll go far.
Yeah.
Because I'm from Arkansas, actually. So, like, I don't know. I feel like it's very played up. Like, yes, people do all of those things she was doing, but I just feel like it was so... I don't know. It was kind of cliche-ish, and... I don't know where Wiener is at all.
We looked it up.
Oh, yeah, I kind of do.
It's in northeastern Arkansas.
Yeah. But, I don't know. It just... I feel like there are other facets to her and her personality than being from Arkansas. So just chill out. I don't know.
Right.
So, let's talk about Chelsea for a hot second. What is
Sorry, I sigh a lot.
It's
I
fine.
realize I sigh a lot while talking about The Bachelor.
Okay, it set it up nicely.
It did.
So, what's everyone's thoughts on Chelsea? Don't be afraid to go
She's
deep.
a less likable Courtney.
That's what I thought initially. I don't actually. I like Chelsea's antics. I think they're funny. I love these classic stupid villains because it's just like it's so meaningless and petty. It's like watching the TV version of Mean Girls, and it's really endearing in that kind of way. I mean, like, obviously, her as a person is pretty unlikable, and I think that I would go so far as to say that she's kind of using her son as an excuse to go farther with Ari, and that's a little scummy to me. But
it is really unfortunate when contestants do that. It makes you feel kind of grossed out, and it happens a lot.
Well, it's not that. It's like she's obviously using her kid as like she's trying to justify her being forward. Like, I don't normally do this, but I'm on a game show and I need to win and I need to find out if Ari's a guy for me, so I'm going to use my single mom status as an excuse to be a bitch. And it's like, that's fine. Like, I can understand, like, you don't need to justify yourself to us, but whatever makes you feel better. But it's like, I feel like she's kind of using her kid to, like, make herself feel better for doing, like, making out with Ari on the first night. And then, like, being like, it's like, if you want to make out with Ari, and you want to do these things with Ari because you like Ari, then do them. But, like, you don't have to justify it, and using your kid as a justification seems kind of weird to me. And, like...
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
I think I'm not a big fan of the whole mysterious act. Now, I can't say I've ever used it on a guy, because I don't think it would work.
Or would it?
I feel like you're setting yourself up a little bit for failure when you do that so blatantly.
Yeah.
Because how are you going to live up to that entry? I don't know.
Right,
I just thought everything was so forced with, like, the way she was edited.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, she's a single mom, let's say it a billion times.
You mean twice.
Like, she's in real estate. Ari's in real estate, too.
That was
They're going to be best friends.
That was Caroline.
Like, she's a real estate exec assistant, right?
Yeah, but I don't think she ever mentioned that once.
Nah, whatever. Okay.
He might have. I'm not sure, actually.
But in every single, like, blurb of her, it's like, yes, I do real estate. I've done really good. Are we talking about a different person?
That was Caroline.
Caroline. Sorry.
They're both blonde, you know.
I don't know who the
Caroline
heck
has
anyone
dark
is yet.
hair.
You cannot expect me.
I don't know.
You cannot expect me to realize who they are after episode 1. Okay?
I mean, like,
I feel you.
one of them
How
is...
many of these people are in real estate?
All of them, which
Oh
is
my gosh,
fine.
so many of them.
Okay, so only, like, one of them is actually a real estate agent, and that's Caroline. So, they said her name...
She's gone, isn't she?
No, she's still there. No, Sane... How did they say her name? Sane?
Cien.
Oh, Cien? Cien is a property manager. Chelsea is a real estate executive assistant, which translates to I model on Instagram.
Right.
Well, you can be an executive assistant. I just kind of doubt she is.
I'm sure that she is, but I'm sure that if you asked her off of the show, oh, hey, Chelsea, what do you feel like you do for a living?
Oh, okay.
She'll probably say, well, I model on Instagram.
I mean, I
No,
wish I
she'll
could
say
do
single
that.
mom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's her job. I mean, I feel like that is probably what she says.
Yeah. I mean, that is
Mom.
a fucking hard job,
It is a
I'm
hard
sure.
job,
So, but yeah, that,
No, it is really hard. When I asked someone that, I'm like, well, I asked about your job, not
yeah,
your kid.
you don't have to, like, it's okay if you do other things. We won't be mad at you.
We won't be mad.
If you
do
don't.
other stuff.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Anyone, where do you think she makes it to? I think she makes it to, like, week 6, maybe.
Who?
Chelsea.
I actually...
What time do villains usually make it to? It's usually like week 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind
I
of
have
deep
a
in.
theory based on a little bit of what you said, Koala, on your posts. Like, when you said, I think there's a good chance that Chelsea is an early villain, and then, like, sort of on Ben's season when Olivia goes home, and then Becca becomes the more Corinne-ish villain figure.
Thank you for
Yes.
thank you for transitioning neatly into the next topic.
Oh,
Baka.
Thank you.
I really, really don't like Baka. but I will save my opinions until everyone else goes. But go ahead. Thoughts on Baka?
I don't know.
I don't have anything too bad to say about her right now. I mean, she definitely got a lot of stuff in the this season on.
Right.
So I'm sure that opinion of mine will change probably drastically one way or the other. But I just don't know yet.
Based on the first episode, I think she's fine. But based on the previews for later on, she seems like she might be a little bit of a bully.
Exactly. But those stuff are like so heavily edited.
Oh my
So I
gosh.
just don't know how to take it
That's
yet.
true.
No, I've already formed my opinion. Let me hate her.
Oh, you can totally hate her.
You could totally hate her. It's fine. I think there's definitely like immaturity there.
Oh, for sure.
And when she was on the car and she gave her answer, like I liked her question, and I loved Ari's reaction. I think that was the most I liked him when he was like excitement, and she's like, "Your favorite thing is your exciting thing is excitement." Like I thought that was really cute.
Yeah, she was like not gonna. Yeah. It wasn't
She's
just.
not gonna let that answer fly. But
And
then her
pizza.
answer was really planned.
What was it? I don't even
Yeah.
remember.
She said something
Something.
like, you know, when you sit next to a guy and you like him, but you don't know if he likes you back. And I was like, you came up with that like 5 minutes before you started talking to him.
It feels like...
Also, that seems kind of not fun.
So one of our friends is
Not that exciting.
Yeah.
So one of our friends is a rock climber, and she mentioned that Baka,
yeah.
Baka climbs some really difficult rock formations, and so it surprises me that that's not. And like she's shown rock climbing in the preview, so it's surprising that that feeling of climbing a mountain by yourself would not be the thing that she points to. That it's like it's like when you sit next to a guy you like, it just feels like it feels really.
Yeah, when you compare it to what that answer. If you're going to go through the trouble of asking a question like that, I just feel like you should have a more, I don't know if inspiring is the right word, but just a better answer on your end. If you're
like
gonna go,
realer answer.
yeah.
It was planned, but it was so boring. Like if you're gonna plan ahead of time,
Right.
think of something a little bit better.
Right.
That's how it was planned.
It sounds like the answer that a 17-year-old gives when they're asked by the guy they like.
I
still think she's very young, and that informs kind of how she acts. But I still kind of find her adorable.
I mean, she seems
I don't know,
cool. She seems,
undeniably cute.
yeah.
Like undeniably adorable.
Oh yeah. She's pretty. She seems like she's probably like I like her. I think I like her personality for the most part, but as a fellow young person, I don't think people should get mad when they say you're immature, because I even recognize it in myself. I don't think I'm a very immature person. I just understand that certain aspects of how I think and am are not going to be developed fully enough at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to go in on her now? Can I, please?
Yes, please do.
Yes.
Okay. So touching on what Kyo said, I think the thing about her, based off of the previews, that bothers me the most, and she kind of did this a little bit during the show, during the first episode, is that she is someone who is very young and immature, but is not afraid to tell others how immature they are.
Oh, yeah.
And that bothers me to no end. It's like you're like early 20s.
How old is she?
She's okay. So
Sorry, I interrupted your rant.
no, it's fine. She's 22.
Oh.
She is the youngest person on the show.
1 year younger than me. I cannot imagine at 22. Ooh.
Is that a spoiler?
Not really. It's on her
It's
Instagram.
kind of on her Instagram, I think.
Yeah, they showed her.
I thought it was going to be like a big plot point at some point.
Well,
I mean, it still could be, but also if you're enough of a fan of The Bachelor to be listening to a podcast talking about The Bachelor, I feel like that's something
I'll add a little
you
bit
already
that
know.
So yeah, I'll tag it as a spoiler at 38 minutes. We're done now, but she's very young, and the fact that she has the balls to be like, you should be more like this, that just bothers me. It's like you're so young. What the hell do you know about telling me to be more mature?
Yeah.
Like that is more immature than actually acting immature.
Because I feel like if you're going to tell somebody that, or if you think that somebody's immature, there are different ways to go about it than just being like, you're being immature. I don't know.
I mean, even then, I think that the definition of maturity is so, like, it's such a moving target, right? That the way that you act in one scenario is not indicative of your overall maturity level.
That's
and
true.
you could, and like I think I like to take me as an example.
So
Like I don't think that I am a mature person in most respects, but I have a job, I have my life together, I've got like a lot of stuff together that would make most people say, "Oh, you're a mature person," and then like you can turn around on the flip side and be like, "Oh, so you're actually 15." Like it's you're more than just you're more than just one side that you're showing to people. And when someone comes out and says you're immature, it just feels like a lack of grasping the whole picture. And I'm sure, and in that vein, I think that there's more to Becca than we're seeing. But that specific behavior is indicative to me of someone who is very quick to judge and is someone who has not been around enough to grasp that whole picture.
Yeah.
I think from her perspective, she's probably more mature than most older people. That's probably what she thinks.
Which is fine.
And I've met so many people like that. But I don't know if I would call her like rude, or we haven't seen a lot of that from her. Time will tell, I guess.
Yeah. There's a difference between, I guess, saying you're acting immature right now, though, and saying you are immature.
Right. That's a good point.
I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of someone, it seems like she bullies a lot in the previews. Let's talk about Crystal. Who here... So it seemed like a lot of people did not like Crystal.
In general? Like
yeah.
in the...
No. So in this podcast.
Okay.
Crystal came up a couple times.
Oh, I thought you meant in the sub. I was just...
So let's talk about... Let's delve into how that makes these guests feel. So let's start with Rucker. Rucker, what about Crystal bothers you?
I do think she has good intentions. I really do. I'm sure she's a wonderful human being.
We all feel so bad.
It's just the way that she interacts with people just seems... I'm trying to think of a good word to describe it. It's a little bit patronizing, I guess, and I'm also not into that whole, like, Pilates, this is my own personal, like, the whole Pilates fit vibe.
She also works as a trainer at Orange Fitness.
Her niche.
Orange Theory.
Or she also works as a trainer at Orange Theory, which for those of you playing the home game, that's the fitness equivalent of a mid-level marketing scheme.
Right. She does seem very like MLM, like just the kind of person who would participate in multi-level marketing.
Yeah, she kind of does. She kind of does.
Is she the one who had like the protein shake video?
No, that was Jenna.
This is the one who passed out the food to the homeless?
I know that,
Yeah.
Okay, no, I was clarifying for myself. I was like, wait, that's her?
I just didn't like her voice. But, yeah, she had some pretty deep stuff in that little intro piece of hers.
Yeah.
I was updating all the flares, like, live as I was watching the episode on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
that's...
I think I just, like, stopped on hers because I felt really bad.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna put a bunch more just based off her intro. For, like, she's like, my brother's homeless. And I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah, I feel like that was
really sad.
Yeah, so...
It was also sad, but, like... I don't know.
I agree with...
I do think that has good intentions.
She does, oh yeah.
I agree with Rucker. I think she's got good intentions, but she's kind of like... I guess the word is naive a little bit.
Right,
like,
naive is a good word.
I think that because of how she is, I feel like she's really susceptible to getting bullied. Because I think that you're right. She's kind of patronizing in the way she deals with people, but I feel like she is also simultaneously unable to take it when it comes back at her. And so that kind of behavior leads to bullying a little more. At least that's my opinion.
That's fair. I can see that.
I think, I'm sorry if I'm interrupting, by the way. I think it's like a weird thing with the audio.
Oh no, you're okay.
I think Crystal, I actually don't think she's naive. I think she's kind of more of a planner than we might give her credit for. Just by reading her. I'm wondering if she came onto the show to promote her brand, which, by the way, is fine because that's kind of what everybody's doing. I think Crystal will be a really complicated character, actually. I think there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like it, probably because of the voice. But I'm really open to see where she goes, because I keep thinking of her drinking the tea in the preview and the smirk on her face, and I'm interested to see what comes of her in this season. And I don't know how far she's going to make it, though.
Was it fit tea?
Maybe.
Oh my god. So there's one more person I wanted to touch on, and that's Brittany T. If only because she's Texas girl, and she kissed another man on television. Tex, how will you ever recover from this?
You're ruining his chances.
I'm all in on the Lauren S train.
Oh, Lauren S?
Yeah.
Hit her up. Hit her up on slide into her DMs. Slide in. Make it happen.
Of course, I will.
So, any other first episode thoughts?
Okay, I want to say, I've had enough of the Laurens. If you put 4 of the people with the same name on your show, don't expect me to remember anyone's names, because too confusing.
This happens every single season, though.
I feel like 4 is way more than usual, but maybe I'm just like...
Well, they kicked one off, so...
So now you only have 3.
Anymore.
I feel bad for you, other Lauren, but there was too fun. Only if you can survive.
I think it's one of those, like, generational things, right? Like, everyone gets the same name. Or it's a really popular name at a certain point, and we've reached that point where, like, everyone's the same age with the same name on the show. I don't know.
I know, but I can't... It's so confusing. I want to know these characters. Like, I can't get to know them if I can't remember which Lauren is which Lauren.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we'll eventually whittle our way down to a minimal amount of Laurens.
I hope so.
I like that they made fun of it, though. They were like, I'm Lauren. No, I'm Lauren. No, I'm Lauren. Which Lauren are you?
That was pretty funny.
You know what would be really cool?
What?
So for Winter Games, if they had like USA and all these other countries, and then they just had like Country Lauren.
United Nation of Laurens.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be great.
So, does anyone here play Fantasy Bachelor?
I haven't had time to get into it.
I learned about how this works via some very helpful people in the Discord. And so, I've been doing fantasy points. And so, if you're listening, I have some quick fantasy pointers for you for who I think will be good next week. I think Chelsea's good for another big point haul. Apparently, they give points for like kissing or like stealing people away, or you know, basically, if you're a huge bitch on the show, then you're a good fantasy winner. So I think Chelsea will be good. I think Bibiana will be another good one, because she's got like, I don't think that she's like necessarily a bitch in general, but I think that she's got potential to like lash out at somebody, specifically Chelsea, and I could see that being really hilarious and awesome and great for your fantasy team. I think that they teased Becca K I don't know if they did, but I think Becca K is another good one because I have a feeling she'll get a one-on-one. That's just my thought. Either her or, I don't know. I think that she's the best bet. I think that she's intriguing enough to get the one-on-one first. That's all I've got for Bachelor Fantasy. I just wanted to give that quick hit. And so let's move into Rose of the Week. So we do a little segment called Rose of the Week and Limo Exit of the Week, where we basically talk about awesome people in the sub and in Bachelor Nation who are doing great and doing great things. So our Rose of the Week, I didn't have a Rose of the Week from Bachelor Nation. Who do you think should get our Rose of the Week for Bachelor Nation?
Just pick one from the episode.
Oh, sure. I honestly think Chelsea should get the rose because she was pretty great entertainment.
That's fair.
She did provide a lot of good content.
Yeah. That's just my opinion.
Man.
Kyo, who do you think should get it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think maybe come back to me. I don't know.
Yeah. And for the sub, I don't know if you guys read or look at the photo recaps of the episode, but Sweet Caroline 29, she's finally back after her hiatus, and I am personally very thankful for her because her recaps are freaking hilarious.
Yeah, they're awesome.
She'll be on the podcast next week, so you'll get to hear the voice behind these crazy captions.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's so good. We love them.
Yeah. So limo exit of the week. I had one. And does anyone else have any ideas for limo exit of the week?
Can you explain? Do you mean just basically the best?
So limo exit of the week is
exit.
Yeah. So limo exit of the week is basically someone who does something stupid in Bachelor Nation who really should just take a break or
You just think they had a bad week,
Yeah.
essentially.
Had a bad week.
Okay, thank
But
you.
we use limo exit because, it's cute and it goes with the Bachelor.
Thank you. I do enjoy that.
Any thoughts?
I don't really have any strong opinions. I don't feel like anybody really did much in the show this time that I would really...
In the show.
Yes.
Or in Bachelor Nation.
I know it can be in Bachelor Nation, but I'm just thinking about the show right now. And I can't think of anything in the show, really. I hope... that doesn't really require limo exit.
Are we going to talk about the Peter issue?
I think that we want to move forward and look ahead.
But I kind of want to know.
Just
this one last time, can we pretty please just say what it is?
So...
No.
Fine. I will give the 2-minute overview.
2 minutes, super quick.
And we will not have any discussion on it.
Fine. Texas feeling strong about this one.
So Peter's ex, Brittany, went on Reality Steve's podcast and basically made some assertions that Peter was not the greatest boyfriend in the world and was a little toxic and blah, 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 blah. Now everyone hates Peter.
Yeah. I feel like just go watch it or read about it if you want to. And also, it seemed kind of BS, and I feel like it's just kind of silly, and everyone has weird relationships.
Blah, blah,
yada,
blah.
yada, yada.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, my limo exit of the week nomination is Jess Carroll. Not because of her exit on The Bachelor, but because of Rosé Girls, which I suspect was her idea, and I think it needs to go away.
Oh, right.
Look, I'm all for, shilling and you getting yours, but this first episode...
I talked to her on Instagram before I knew she made this podcast, and she did seem very,
canned.
No, just that she takes everything very intensely. And I think that's what kind of got me. As in, I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah.
That's what I feel from her that is putting maybe people off. Which isn't a bad thing to be intense. I just think that's maybe what we're sensing. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely get that impression.
Yeah, so.
But I don't. Rosé
think
Girls
of that
just
what you will. But.
Rosé Girls just needs to not... honestly.
I'm trying not to be too mean because, it's not like we want...
I'm just going to continue to avoid Rosé Girls.
Yeah, I'm done. I watched...
It might get better. People hated our first podcast.
People... See, that requires people to listen to our podcast.
They did, kinda.
So, let's move into our last segment. Which Rucker will miss because she had to leave. This is a little get to know you for the guests. If you were to do an entrance gag on the show, what would it be?
Oh, damn. This is one we should have thought of before.
That's a cool question.
That is a cool ass question.
That's for everybody?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But that depends a lot on who the lead would be, right?
I feel like it... Kinda.
I'm just gonna do Mikkel's because that was fucking the bomb.
First she wrote in on a...
If you have a car,
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The lead kind of matters, right? So,
right, yeah, it does.
I guess
I have
so.
a really stupid one.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I would take some whiskey with me. I would pour it into little tiny shot glasses and be like, just do this shot with me. And then I would say, I hope you give us a shot.
I like it. It's fun.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
That's good.
actually good.
I like that.
I
I
like
mean,
that.
I just feel like alcohol makes things better, and I love the dumb gags that don't make you like angry.
I think you should
Right.
be a consultant for the next season.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
should
for
be
sure. Hire
a.
me.
You should be a producer.
Yeah.
I know.
There's someone on the sub who just posted a post about applying. She should
They
reach out
should
to
do
you.
it. I give them, if they get on the show, I give them permission to use it. Just make sure it's good whiskey.
Yeah. I would love to be a producer, but only for a season. Just to see what it's like. Because I think mentally all I could take is one season. but
That sounds about right.
but it would be like really interesting. But yeah. I hear it's not too great though.
Yeah.
As far as like feeling good about yourself as a human.
If unreal is to be believed, which I'm given to understand that it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to sleep in a trailer and get so
Well, I think-
worked up and
I-
lose my mind that I
think
like
that was
steal a
because
car.
I think that was because she herself had problems.
Wow, spoilers from me. I'm so rude.
My entrance gag, God, I don't know. That was a really good pun. I don't know if I could top that.
What?
The shot pun.
Oh yeah, that was so good. It
That was
doesn't.
top notch.
It is,
yeah.
my fun game is superb.
I like it. It doesn't always have to depend on the person because I feel like sometimes like yours, it could be done with anybody pretty much. You know.
Right.
Hot
Everybody likes to drink. It's fine.
Usually.
hot take.
I mean, I'm not going on any show where the guy doesn't drink.
That's
Like,
fair.
I quit.
Hot take. I think that entrance gags are more endearing when women do them.
They usually tend to go out more. I cannot remember an entrance gag from a guy besides Santa.
No. There was more. So basically, when they introduced Rachel's guys first, remember Dean did the "Now that I've gone black, I'll never go back."
Oh yeah, that was
That
kind
was
of.
unfortunate.
I think it was Eric who bought the tickets to Vegas to elope.
What a
Oh, I
waste of
thought
money.
Eric danced.
Huh?
Was Eric the one who danced?
I don't remember.
Eric was.
Did they not pull some BS like that this season? That was so dumb.
Yeah, that was
What
annoying.
was it?
Wait, danced? What?
No, like you mean they did part of it? They
Yeah, they
Yeah.
brought these
I
random
didn't
guys out at like the finale.
Yeah, that was
Lame.
really.
I really
dumb.
didn't like that. I was like, too soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
they're a big fan of drawing them out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I still haven't answered the question.
Yeah.
That's true. You're putting it off.
I really was because this is a really hard question.
Pikachu onesie.
Honestly, no. It would fit me so well, but I would get sent home instantly.
Yeah. You don't want to do something that'll like be like, well, remember that one? What
Yeah,
about that?
that's the thing with the guys. Like, if you do the gag and it's bad, you just get remembered as that dude who did the.
I do remember the guy who wore a mask and would not take it off.
So
That was
far.
great.
You know
That
they
was a
made him
great
do
one.
that.
And then when he took off the mask, she sent him home.
Oh my god.
Wait, what was
Right.
this?
It was wonderful. And he kept it on for like 4 episodes, and she kept him.
Wait, who is this?
It was on Ashley's season.
Oh, okay.
That's a good season. I would recommend it to anyone because it's got Bentley, it's got Mask Guy, and an adorable couple that ended up working out. So.
Oh my god, I don't even know. Like, nothing about me is endearing enough to like make a gag out of it.
Don't say that.
You want to break some
You
bread
two
on
will
the...
pick Raquel's entrance.
Well, you cheated with Raquel's entrance.
You
That's
did.
such
That's why he said you two take it. You need it. No. I don't know either. That would be so hard.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, you could just go up and say hi. Some people do it still.
No,
Yeah,
but that's
true.
not a gag. Okay.
Also, riffing off
That is
of
true.
yours, maybe if you didn't want to do, I'll call it, and maybe you wanted to take a chance at them possibly hating you, you could bring like a Nerf gun or something and shoot it at them as you walked out, and then say, hope you'll take it.
I have a
It's not a bad twist.
no.
Yeah.
I have a terrible one, but it's funny.
Okay.
So
No, give us the terrible one. I want the terrible one.
So you bring out a cat.
This is so extra already.
No, this is the best one.
You bring
So
out a
continue.
cat and you give it to the lead, and you say, "See, I'm good with pussy."
Ah!
That's like Chris Saul. Or no, that was Caitlyn when she said you can slap my field anytime.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god. I love it
And
though.
also at the time I was like, what the fuck?
I got like all my roommates to watch this season with me.
What?
Caitlyn's flying at the episode 1.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That you can play my field
Why are you
anytime.
watching this show?
She's
They're
just
like,
an
"Wait,
awesome.
We might watch this with you.
She's just an awesome human.
Yeah. Or something like that.
I wonder, if you do
You
the
are
cat
too.
thing, does he give it to Chris Harrison? Does he give the cat to him?
Maybe like a stuffed cat instead. That sounds better.
No, well, yeah. I mean, like that makes more sense, but I feel like the message is better conveyed with an actual cat. But that's animal abuse, so I don't wanna. Ah, man, there's so many problems.
It's
Oh, you
okay.
could just hand it to him. The cat will probably be okay with it.
Yeah, a stuffed cat, or if you just get a real cat, a leashed cat.
A leash cat.
Yeah.
And then it'd be from the adoption agency, and at the end of the episode, they say, if you'd like to adopt this sweet
Adorable cat.
8-year-old cat that can't get adopted, call now, and then it gets adopted, and it's a beautiful story.
I love it.
A one-eyed, beautiful, like, cat or something, I don't know.
I love it. You're writing the story already.
I mean, they should hire us all.
Yeah, they really should.
Oh. Okay. Well, in summary, we are all very glad The Bachelor's back. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to talk about it when, like, on the pod when there's actually a show.
I
like an
know.
episode.
God, coming up with original content was the worst.
Well, when it had to be about Bachelor Nation, and it had to be like, yeah.
God, it was so bad.
And, like,
Yeah.
how I didn't read up on, like, half of them every week.
Now you just have to watch TV.
It was good practice. It was good. It was fun.
Well, next week, as we mentioned, we'll hopefully have Sweet Caroline on to talk about her awesome photo recaps and hopefully another great episode. Be sure to subscribe to our Instagram account, Reddit Bachelor.
Oh, shoot.
You should know this.
I know, but you confuse me every time. It's Bachelor Reddit for Instagram.
Okay.
And then Reddit Bachelor for Twitter.
We're not confusing at all. Don't worry.
We can switch it on Twitter, right?
Hopefully, because
Well, this is just going to confuse everyone if they want. But
Yeah.
screw it.
You
So-
can change
so
It is what it is.
It's Reddit Bachelor on Twitter and Bachelor Reddit on Instagram.
Yeah, maybe we should switch this. But anyway, still go find it for now.
Yeah, you'll find it. Subscribe, like, follow, share, all of that shilling stuff. And for Rucker, who is off the pod right now, Tex, Valkyrie, and Queen Overthrown, I am your quality host, saying have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.